What's up, guys? Young Spade here. We're here to talk about good old GameStop. Now, I used to be a former employee of GameStop, and I used to work there for about 6 months during the holiday season of 2013 and 2014. So that was right around the time that the Xbox One and the PS4 got released. So, okay, to start out my story, before I start everything, I would like to tell you guys that everyone that works at GameStop is not all that bad. Now, before I get attacked by those of you in the comment section, I just want to let you know, from working there, most people, I've seen other videos, and most people had bad experiences with their bosses and some of their coworkers. But I will say this first time, my boss was awesome. And my fellow coworkers, well, a few of them, they were awesome too. And I'll get to that point in the story. But first, let's start out about how I got hired. So I went to GameStop. One day they had a job fair, so I was like, cool, let me go in. I applied the year before, I didn't make it, but I had more confidence this year. So I went for the job fair, got the interview in. Within 5 minutes, I got hired. So I was like, cool. And they said I'll be a seasonal worker. Now, if those of you don't know what a seasonal worker is, you can work for the season of the Christmas time. If they feel like you worked hard enough and did good work, they keep you on permanently. And what my boss said, he said, most likely, he said, I'm going to end up keeping you on permanently because I see that you do hard work and things like that. So I was like, cool. So I started working at GameStop. You know, it's every gamer's paradise. And most people are like, yeah, I work at GameStop, man. I get to be around games all day, get to play games. But it's not that simple. Let me tell you why. So when I was working at GameStop, when I first got working there, I got behind the cash register. They didn't really train me at all. That's the crazy part about my location. They didn't train me at all. Like the main manager, he had a lot of things that he had to do most of the time. I think he had another job too or something like that. I really don't know, but he wasn't there most of the time. And, you know, managers, they be going on trips and stuff like that too sometimes. So yeah, that's how it is. So the assistant manager used to be there, and he wasn't all that bad, but he was like one of them parents that constantly nag you about stuff. But at the same time, y'all have common interests. So it's like the common interest in the nagging kind of balances stuff out. Like one moment we'll be talking about Pokemon and EV training, and the next minute he's telling me like, you're not doing this right. And I'm like, you didn't train me. Like, you just threw me. They just threw me on the cash register, and I was just like, tab F5. But I mean, eventually I caught on. So I mean, that was no big deal. So I was like, just challenges come with each job. Now this is where things started getting kind of funny with GameStop. So one day I was in the computer because there was no customers in the store, and I was just looking through the trade-in deals, and I was like, something doesn't add up here. I was like, these trade-in deals are ludicrous, and I already knew this going in and working at the GameStop because I was trading stuff there before, and I regret trading in some of the stuff I traded in before, but I mean, it's too late now. But I looked at the system, and I was like, these trade-in deals are terrible, and like, I guess the inside of my head kind of came in my mouth, and my conscience was like, this is a ripoff. So I said, it's a ripoff. And then, of course, my assistant manager was standing next to me. And he said, don't do that. That's not GameStop. And I was like, of course, I was like, well, I'm sorry for all that. But then in the back of my head, I was like, who cares about GameStop? These terrible trade-in deals. Unless there's a trade-in bonus. The thing with a trade-in bonus, it's still trash. The trade-in system is trash. Do not trade your games into GameStop. You trade your games into GameStop, you're dumb. Don't let your children do it. Please do not sell them online or keep them. Do not sell your games to GameStop. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's move on to the next segment I want to talk about. Next thing I want to talk about is my experience as a worker and eventually me being fired from GameStop. So I was working hard and everything like that. Like, I came in when they told me, like, I know some people had trouble with hours with GameStop and stuff like that, and I'm not giving them enough hours stuff, which they do have a problem with that, because sometimes I go like 2 weeks without working, and then 1 week I might be full of hours, and another week I may not have many hours. It was just so weird. But I worked hard. I always came in on time, did what I had to do, did extra. They used to get on to me about that too, doing extra, even though I would have been off the clock. But I mean, I really loved the job and I really worked for it, even though I was getting paid minimum wage. And the minimum wage in Alabama is $7.25. $7.25. So I'm working hard for this place just because I love games, and I loved GameStop. So I worked my butt off. I even went one time because I was still in high school at the time. So I was working during high school, and then my boss needs someone to come in for like a midnight release because the person that he called in to do it said she couldn't make it. So I was like, yeah, I could do it for you, man. Even though I know I probably had school or so next day, I did it anyway because I was like, man, I got to do this because I really love this job and I really want to help you out. My boss he really appreciated me for that and showed his appreciation for that. And I worked hard that whole night, stayed up late and everything. Went to school, so I mean, I did what I had to do. But now let me tell you about how I lost the job. Now, I did everything right, and all the time I did mess up was when I first started working there, and I gave a customer a case without the game in it. Luckily, he knew one of my friends behind the counter, so he didn't really care. He was all happy about it. He was like, "Oh, you just a newbie." He said, "It's cool, man. It's cool." But I mean, it is what it is. We're human. We make mistakes. But how I got fired, stuff like that. But I really didn't get fired. It was like laid off. I say laid off. Guess what it sounded like? Cause I was at school one day and my boss called me, and I was like, "That's weird. Why would he call me during school hours?" So he called me, left voicemail. Check my voicemail while I'm in school. I was like, "Oh, this must be some real stuff." If he called me just now, let me go check. He may be calling me to work, coming to work today. So I checked my phone, and he left a voicemail. It's like, "I'm sorry, man. I mean, we're doing cutbacks, and I'm gonna have to let you go." So he said, "But if anything you ever need, let me know. You can contact me at the store," and gave me his number to contact him if you wanted me to talk to him at any point. So I was like, okay. I was depressed. I can't lie. I was depressed. And I was like, dang, GameStop. My dream job is gone. It's gone. So then after that, I was kind of a little shaky. It took me a while to settle in that I won't be working there anymore. So I was like, but I knew seasonal work, but he told me he would guarantee, like, if we work hard, you get the spot. So I was like, maybe they just had too many people. So I came into the store like about a week or so later, just browse around and kind of say hey to everybody because I haven't seen them in a minute. So I went into the store. I went into the store, and they moved some other person from another location and put them in my spot. The spot that I worked so hard, came in on time, sometimes 30 minutes before it was even time for my shift, and put someone from another location in my spot. Guys, when I tell you that low-key, I was very heated about that whole situation. I was very angry about that. I was looking like, but I knew it was my boss' fault because it really was the higher ups to tell him what he supposed to do and who gets hired here and there, and who they need to cut back on. So I was like, I mean, I can't blame him. And then eventually, he doesn't work there either no more. So I mean, he was a pretty cool dude. So I understood what he was doing. He had to do what he had to do. But that just wasn't right in my opinion. And also about how they be taking these new games out and putting them back in the case and try to sell them as new games. It's stupid. Like I said, I remember when Pokemon X and Y came out. One dude took the game out, Pokemon X, took it home with him, took it back, and they still selling this game for new. This doesn't have no plastic on it. How can this be new? How? Tell me why. Tell me. Wait, hold on, guys, hold on. Tell me, if I go into GameStop right now and I take this game in here, they're gonna tell me this is used. This is a used game. There's no plastic on it or anything. Like, dude, like, what's your deal? I don't understand that at all. And that's GameStop for you. I mean, there's a lot of corrupt stuff going on in GameStop. Just like every corporation has every kind of like corrupt stuff going on. But I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's supposed to be a nice place. When it was EB Games, it was a nice, peaceful place. I used to feel welcome in. Had the little cheap card and everything. Like, it's like once it left from EB Games, it kind of got corrupted in some kind of way. I don't know how, or I don't really care how now, because I mean, I got a way better job now, so I really don't care. But I'm just telling you guys. Now let me tell you, moving on from that, let me tell you, for those of you who are avid GameStop shoppers, or you the people that go to GameStop often, let me tell you 5 things, because even though I feel this way about GameStop, it's still certain things I'm gonna get from GameStop, depending, like, Only thing I really buy from GameStop is really amiibos, cause you know they got certain amiibos that's only sold at GameStop. So I buy the amiibos from GameStop or something like that, or I'm trying to think what else. Or maybe if they got like a deal on a new system, like when like they had like a special edition system that I want, and I know they don't sell it nowhere else, I'll go there to go get it. But I mean, other than that, I'm not buying no more pre-owned, no more. Cause last time I went in to buy a pre-owned game, this lady gave me this trashy case, and it had attitude with me. Cause I kept giving her coupons to discount. Cause I was like, I'm not gonna even pay full price for this game. It was Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm Revolution. I would go get the game, but it's kind of far away from me right now, so I'm not gonna get the game. I don't feel like pausing this video to get the game. So, but besides that, the case was terrible. The case was terrible. It was all filthy and everything. And then she had an attitude with me because like I didn't tell her about a coupon before she did a transaction. She's like, "Why you tell me in the first? Why you tell me before all this?" And I was like, I didn't know, but I was looking like, you're not supposed to act like this. You're the manager. She's the new manager of the location, by the way, guys. She's the new manager, so she shouldn't be acting like that. Cause I mean, the other guys that work behind this, they were cool. They real cool guys, real honest guys. They have to help you. They always like try to give me like telling about GameStop jobs and stuff like that. So I mean, they're real cool people. And they really trying to look out for you. So don't get that twisted. With a lot of people who was, even though I rent GameStop, I rent them a lot. I do appreciate some of the workers that work there because they really truly are in for your best interest. So, I mean, they're not getting paid out commission. So, I mean, it's whatever. But let me tell you the 5 things to do if you're going to shop at GameStop and the things not to do. Number 1, you already know this. Don't trade in your games. Don't trade in your games. Please don't trade in your games. Number 2, if they give you a game that's supposedly new and the plastic is off of it, do not buy it. Refuse to buy it. Say, I will go somewhere else. Do not buy that game. Please do not buy that game. Number 3, do never, I guess, well, it depends. I feel like if you're interested in the Pro card, I mean, you could get it. If for those of you like Game Informer, even though you get that separate and shop at GameStop a lot, you could do that. But I mean, to be honest, the Pro card's not really all that. To be honest, I had one for the past 3 years. And I paid $14.99 every year, and I started to realize that this Pro card is not really worth it unless I'm shopping at GameStop like every day or every week. And I rarely go into GameStop. I only go to GameStop for like a new release on the game, and that's the only time I really go in there to do it. So I mean, it's up to you guys on that one. I think number 4, 3, 4, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6. One of the numbers. But yeah. Next thing, do not pre-order. Please do not pre-order. If you pre-order a game, you have signed a contract with the devil. By that, I mean pre-ordering does nothing. It does absolutely nothing to you getting your game, because technically, according to our policy, if you do not come in a certain amount of time and all the copies are sold but the ones that are reserved for you, we can still sell your copy, and you will come up there and your copy will be gone, and we will sit here and lie to you and tell you that we have no more copies when we got a whole truckload of copies in the back. Because I mean, that's how GameStop make their money, because GameStop doesn't really make money off new games. They kind of make like a penny or so off new games. Most of those money goes toward the company like Nintendo or Sony or whoever company owns the product. It goes to them. GameStop only gets their revenue off of pre-owned games. So that's why they're always pushing pre-owned in your face, because that's where they get all their money from mostly. And new games don't really do nothing for them either. That's why that's another kind of way, even though that's why when you try to return a new game, so you can trade it in and they go back and sell it for $5 less than a new price, because they're trying to push pre-owns and make some money off of it. So I mean, by the way, when you buy a new game, make sure you really want that game. Do not try to return the game. It's like once you take that plastic off, it's over. It's over. Your best bet would be to sell it on eBay, Amazon, something like Craigslist. Sell on something like that. But do not take it back to GameStop. Please don't. Please don't. And I think that might be it. I thought I had a 5th one, but I can't really think of anything else with GameStop. Let me think. That should be all of my experiences with GameStop and things of that nature. So let's kind of go over everything. We know not to pre-order. Don't pre-order, guys. Don't buy games that are supposedly supposed to be new but are outside the plastic. Number 3, don't get the Pro Card if you're not a GameStop shopper that shops there every week. You don't need it. You really don't. Number 4. Dang, I don't forget. I guess I feel like it was one I was missing though. I feel like it was one that I was missing, like a true thing that I was missing about GameStop. Cause there was experience I had there. 4. Do not buy certain pre-owned games. By that I mean, well, technically that was 5, but whatever. But do not buy certain pre-owned games, guys. By that I mean, kind of look at the content of the cases, because sometimes they overprice these games. Price match. Learn the price match, guys. Price match these games. When you go in the store, you see a game like this pre-owned, look it up on eBay, Amazon, and check out and do price matching and kind of match and see what's the difference between getting it online and getting it now. Because it may be like a $20 difference, because you know GameStop likes to overprice stuff sometimes. They may have their $5 to $10 section, but that section is trash. It's nothing but games like that came out in 08, 09, 2010. I mean, some people might enjoy those games, but nah, don't get those games. Don't get them. So, pretty much, I think that's all about GameStop that I know so far, and my opinions on GameStop. If you want to hear more, go check out other videos about that. And I guess I'll keep you guys updated. I may do a part 2 to this, because I may think of some more stuff, but stay tuned for that and check out my other videos, because I'm going to do videos on all kinds of stuff. So I guess I'll catch you guys later.